guys all set?
Scott, you start.
Let me give you guys a count of 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Scott.
I'm Will. And I'm Caleb, and we're Colony House.
Sirius Alt Nation has been a huge supporter for you guys in terms of music and playing your tracks and playing your albums. They play Silhouettes quite a lot. For the independent artists, for artists that are emerging, trying to get their foot in the sand, is this a really good gateway to reach a wider audience? Because the broadcast radio that we have now, if you tune into AM, FM, I would consider these to be your arena or stadium headlining acts that are doing your top 40s every other song. So is on Sirius radio, is this the way to go for emerging artists?
I don't know if it's been a huge help for us. We didn't really, it kind of came kind of randomly. We kind of one day got a call from our manager that we were on Alt Nation, and it's been a huge blessing for us. We've gotten a lot of fans from at shows saying, hey, we heard you on Alt Nation. So it's been definitely a huge support in helping people get out and hear the song, and they've been playing it a lot. But we have a great radio team too with our label that are still trying to get us into the big radio stations too. So I don't know if it's been good. It's a huge gateway
help
for sure.
Yeah, it's totally gateway.
We've had a lot of people kind of look our way as a result of the Alt Nation thing. So it is something to get some buzz rolling, to at least start getting some people excited about your song.
Yeah, and they're a huge. We can do nothing but say thank you to Sirius XM Alt Nation for playing, because they have really supported us. Yeah. Whether they know it or not. Yeah. So.
Awesome. Now,
Madison.
That's her name. Thanks,
Madison.
I want to get a little more into the technical aspects of your performances. What type of gear are you guys working with? What are you guys pulling out on stage?
I like that question. Scott, you want to go through your?
Well,
Start with the amps, dude.
Start with the amps, man. There's a guy, there's another opportunity for a plug, but there's a guy named John Brenton in New York that's making amps called Tyler Amps, and he has kind of been an endorser of ours from the very beginning, and kind of believed in what we're doing, and has given us some awesome amps that are road worthy, and we take them everywhere we go. And
that's what we played.
We played in the video today, the little brown guy, and so and then there's a lot of great companies, JHS Pedals in Kansas City, Nash Pedals in Nashville, Walrus Audio in Oklahoma City, that are just taking care of me and Caleb as far as the kind of the overdrives and reverbs and delays and that kind of stuff. And then me and Caleb both really like kind of the semi-hollow, big body electric guitars. Just kind of have that retro vibe to them. And that's kind of what we're.
It's pretty simple. We're a 2-guitar, bass, and drums band.
Yeah.
Will plays
drum-wise. I play a great company called Risen Drums out of Minnesota. They've been really good at grading and keeping. Have been making drums since I was 15. So they've been amazing. And then I play Mino cymbals. Chris at Mino has been amazing to me, and Steve at Diodario has been giving me drum heads from Evans and Pro Mark 6. So I've been taken care of on the gear front, and amazing gear to work with on the road, especially. So roadworthy indeed. So that's kind of what we're hitting.
Try not to overthink it too much. Just play some straight ahead rock and roll. That's kind of what we do.
Awesome. I've come across this question with you guys before, but now that I have all three of you, I wanted to get all of your opinions collectively. Being a 3-piece band, although you guys have a 4th member on stage for live performances, while you're recording, while you're putting down music onto some tracks, does it become complicated, or is it do you find some sort of limitations as to making your music, or is being a 3-piece band just the perfect fit for you guys?
Yeah, I think it clicks really well. I think as far as the writing process, Caleb brings the kind of the bones of the song, and he always comes with an acoustic guitar and a melody, and then me and Scott kind of bring our part into it, and it's up to this point it's been working really good.
Yeah, I think one thing too that is we've been playing together for like 4 years now, so we all have a really good sense of like kind of like what we sound like, and I think that we're each usually pretty open to like hearing the other person's take on like what we're doing. Like it's never like I'm the guitar player and I play the guitar parts. And I mean, there's certain songs that even Will's like, hey man, it needs a guitar thing kind of like this, or me and Caleb will be like, man, the drums could be something like this, and it's just kind of like opening the door to like letting each other speak into each other's role, and that kind of makes it feel like a really cohesive effort and not just like we got a singer and a drummer and a guitar player.
Yeah, I think the 3-piece thing has, like, when we're writing, we write as a 3-piece, and it's really helped us, I think, write the song, like make the song great before you make the ear candy great, as opposed to just throwing in all kind of this pool. I think it's challenging when you minimalize your options as far as what you can do. So a lot of times we're writing, Scott's playing bass, I play guitar, and Will play drums, and that's how we start doing something, and then it kind of forms from there. But we make sure that the song is strong before we get into the kind of nitpicky stuff, the fun stuff. But I think that's been really helpful. That's our first record. This latest record, when I was younger, was the first time where we really approached it that way.
Yeah.
Let's just strip it down, figure out these songs, the 3 of us, and then bring in other opinions once we have
That kind of allows the songs to like stand up by themselves too. Whenever we do like stuff like today, whenever we don't have to rely on a bunch of drums or a ton of stacked vocals or crazy amounts of guitars, and we can just like kind of support the song and let the song come through. And we've done tons of these acoustic things to where like it really matters to have the song like stand by itself.
So okay, through different outlets, newspapers, magazines, you guys have been compared to a lot of different bands. Killers have been brought up as a name. Phoenix has been another one. I'm assuming that's a huge compliment.
Absolutely.
Naturally.
Indeed.
But when you guys get your first major headline or co-headlining tour, either opening slot, is there a band that you would just be giddy to go out and play every single night without getting bored whatsoever?
There's so many bands we could
The
list
2 you
off.
just
The
named.
2 you just named for sure.
Kings of Leon.
Kings of Leon.
Coldplay. There's a bunch of Europe rock bands we love. Box Rebellion.
Friends from Seattle, Ivan and
Ivan and
Alyosha.
Alyosha's a
That's
great
probably
band.
going to happen, by the way.
Yeah.
One of these, we're gonna make
Just
that
so you
happen.
know. Watch out, world.
Delta Spirit,
Delta
Delta
Spirit.
Spirit.
Local Native.
Local names.
Yeah. There's
Any
a
of
lot
those bands. Vampire Weekend.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, any bands that we love, we would love to go on
Athlete.
tour with.
Yeah.
So.